Alrighty, time for the next segment of my 1000 video extravaganza. And it's America's favorite quiz show, Jeopardy, for the Nintendo Wii. So we'll see how I do here.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
Thank you, Alex. Difficulty, easy, of course. Yeah, it's the only way for me to do Jeopardy for the Wii is on easy.
This is Jeopardy!
And there's Johnny Gilbert.
Here are today's contestants. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thanks, Johnny. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. The categories are Steve Martin movies.
Steve Martin movies.
Playwrights.
Playwrights.
The Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
That's my ma.
Mom quotation marks.
When did it happen? And, yo, Jimmy. A lot of clips. In 1758, Ben Franklin issued his last publication of this annual. Player 1, use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction. You are correct. Select again. Game fish of the family Istiophoridae with a pointed snout. Okay, Player 1. That's right, way to go. Player 1, pick a doctor who specializes in the treatment of skin diseases. Yes, Player 1. Good for you. Choose again, Player 1. And here's Kelly.
Its silhouette is seen here.
Let's hear it, Player 1. Good.
Sorry if I'm not talking very much. I'm trying to rest my
You
voice.
again, Player 1. Dr. Faustus, playwright. Player 1. Right. Player 1, back to you.
Yo, Jimmy 200.
In the comics, Jimmy Olsen was this hero's cub reporter pal. Okay, Player 1. That's correct. Please pick again. A book by former President Jimmy Carter compared Israel's treatment of Palestinians to this policy of white South Africa. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Oh.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's Player 3.
No.
That's incorrect. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, Player 2. Correct. Player 2, you pick again, please. From 1957 to 1971, Jimmy Hoffa was the president of this labor union. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yeah, good.
There we are.
We return to you, Player 1. Answer, it's the Daily Double. And you're in the lead now. Please enter your wager. Answer, the Jimmy was a popular SUV from this American automaker. You have maintained your lead.
I got it. Now up to 6,000.
Player 1, back. He's Jerry Lee Lewis's famous evangelist cousin. It's Player 3. Yes. Hey, you're on the plus side. Player 3, you pick again, please. Here's Kelly with the clue.
JFK won the presidential nomination at the Democratic National Convention in this year.
Player 1. Right you are. Player 1. The U.S. declared war against Spain on April 25th of this year. Here's the correct response. 1898. You again, player 1. Bastille Day in France commemorates an event on this date in 1789. Okay, player 1.
All right.
We return to you, player 1.
What?
The Sons of Liberty threw one heck of a tea party in Boston on December 16th of this year. Yes, player 1. That's correct. You get to pick again, player 1. King John affixed his seal to the Magna Carta at Runnymede in June of this year. The correct response is 1215. Please pick again,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause it here for a bit. I'll be right back. Yes?
You need to vacuum the basement. Did you forget?
No.
And the stairs?
I'll do that when I'm done with my game.
Okay, hurry up. The vacuum hose is there. And I want an excellent job done. You hear me?
Yes.
Do it again.
Alright, sorry about that.
Player 1.
There we go.
The Norway type of this infuriating rodent actually originated in Asia. Let's hear it, player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1, back to you for the eyes of these croaking critters usually bulge, but they retract and push down on the mouth to help in swallowing. Yes, player 1. Yep. Player 1, picking the hermit type of this animal can twist its abdomen to one side, so it tucks neatly into its home. Okay, player 1. You got it. Choose again, player 1. This large prickly rodent gets its name from the French for spined pig. It's player 1. That's it.
9600.
Select again. The Hirola is also known as the four-eyed species of this African ungulate. Player 1. That is correct.
Two
You get
categories
to
left.
pick again, player 1. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Chevy Chase were these title characters of a 1986 comedy. Let's hear it, player 1. No, that's not right. Anyone else? Okay, player 2. Correct.
Oh.
You again, player 2. In Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Steve Martin told him, "Those aren't pillows." Yes, player 1. That is correct. Select again. This 1987 comedy in which Steve played Fire Chief C.D. Bales was based on Cyrano de Bergerac. It's player 1. Oh, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player 3? Nope. Anyone else? Yes, player 2. Right.
Roxanne, didn't think it was
Player
that
2,
one.
back to you for our next selection. Steve Martin and Bonnie Hunt are the parents of an extremely large brood in this 2003 remake.
Oh, I know this one.
Player 1?
Cheaper by the dozen.
Good. Player 1. Queen Latifah wreaks havoc on the life of straight-laced lawyer Steve Martin in this 2003 comedy. Let's hear it, player 1. Yes.
Okay.
Player 1. You pick. A 1934 New York City taxi driver's strike led him to write Waiting for Lefty, the first of his plays to be produced. It's player 1. Good. Player 1. This Shakespeare contemporary is remembered for Dr. Faustus and for getting stabbed to death. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right.
Include Bob Marlowe earlier in
Choose
the
again,
round.
player 1. This Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright was related to John Sevier, the first governor of the volunteer state. Yes, player
Good
1.
old Tennessee.
That's
Tennessee
it.
Williams.
Please pick again, player 1. Public disgust over his play Ghosts caused this Norwegian to retaliate in his An Enemy of the People. Okay, player 1. Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? Here's the response we were looking for. Henrik Ibsen.
Ah. Okay, we only have one category
And
left.
we'll wrap up the board
One
with
clue left,
this
rather.
one. His father, James O'Neill, was a 19th century actor whose most famous role was the Count of Monte Cristo. Let's hear it, player 3. Good.
Gene O'Neill. Alright, at the end of the round, I have 1,400. Katie has 1,200, and Holly only 200, so Holly will pick first in Double Jeopardy.
We start the Double Jeopardy category.
And the categories this time?
The essence.
S in
of things.
quotation marks.
The 1930s.
1930s.
Title possessions.
Title possessions.
Salmon.
Salmon.
South American countries.
South American countries.
And country cookbooks.
Country cookbooks.
Player
Where are we
3.
going to start?
You go first in this
30s
Double
for
Jeopardy.
400.
W.H. Auden wrote of this Civil War-torn country, "History to the defeated may say alas, but cannot help nor pardon." It's player 1. Sorry,
Ooh.
that's wrong.
Not a good start
Anyone
for me in
else
this
wanna
Double
hazard a
Jeopardy
guess on
round.
this?
Then again, the clues are supposed to be
Player 2.
tougher in this round, so...
That's correct. We return to you, player 2. As the Depression hit Europe, this figure in Belgium went from 5.4% in 1930 to 23.5% in 1932. Okay, player 1.
I think I know this one.
Yes.
Yeah, unemployment.
Please pick again, player 1. Fit for a King is full of his favorite recipes, including the chicken served at his wedding to Priscilla. Let's hear it, player 1. Right. You get to pick again, player 1. The Little House Cookbook features frontier foods from this woman's classic stories. Player 1.
Gotta be Laura Ingalls Wilder.
That is correct. Select again. A covering for the blade of a knife. Yes, player one. Player one. You'll be a contender if you know this term for a boxer who jabs with his right. It's player one. No, sorry.
Scrapper, no. Well, I don't follow
Anyone else
boxing,
care to
so...
try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. A southpaw.
Ah.
Choose again, player one.
Well, there's one of the daily
And
doubles.
the first of the daily doubles. You are in first place. How much are you going to wager, player one? And the clue. The deliberate destruction of property or equipment by resistance fighters or enemy agents. That puts you even further ahead. We
It's
return
20
to
grand.
you, player one. Old school inhalant to give you a nicotine rush. Let's hear it, player one. Good for you. You again,
One of those
player
choices
one.
didn't even begin with
This
S.
daughter of Maybelle Carter honored her mom by writing Mother Maybelle's Cookbook. It's player one. Yes.
All right.
Player one, back to you for
And there's the other daily double.
the second daily double. And you have the lead. Decide on your wager, player one. All right, here's your clue. Melvin Purvis gained fame, more than Hoover liked, as head of the FBI's office in this city. Even so, you're still in the lead. Here's what we were looking for. Chicago. Player one, you picked. In August of 1939, Germany signed a non-aggression pact with this nation. Player one. No.
Oh. I had it between Poland
Any
and the
other
Soviet
takers?
Union. I hope I didn't choose the wrong one.
Here's the correct response. The Soviet Union.
Ah! Started to say Soviet
Player
Union
one,
and I
back
second
to
guessed
you.
myself.
You'll find Goober's banana pudding in this Mayberry Auntie's book of delightful desserts. Yes, player one. That's correct. Choose again, player one. From the Urdu for soldier, it was an Indian native who served in the British Army in the 1800s. Okay, player one. No. Anyone else? Here's the correct response. A sepoy.
Oh.
Select again. In 1932, he said Huey Long and Douglas MacArthur were the two most dangerous men in the country. The correct response is Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We return to you, player one. There's a recipe for butcher holler possum in Your Cooking It Country by this country music queen. Yes, player one. Yeah, good. Please pick again, player one. Fish ladders help salmon travel upstream over these man-made obstructions. It's player one. Right you are. Player one. Salmon are members of the same family as the speckled or brook variety of this fish. Player one. You got it. Player 1.
Now it's starting to get some
World
back.
Book says this country leads the world in salmon fishing with more than 450,000 tons caught each year. Here's the correct response. The United States. Player 1, you pick again. Weighing up to 100 pounds, this large type of salmon shares its name with a warm, dry wind. Okay, Player 1. That is correct. You again, Player 1. When it gets its silvery scales and migrates to the sea for the first time, a young salmon is called this. Here's the response we were looking for. A smolt. You get to pick again, Player 1. This South American country was named for a man born in 1451 in Genoa. Let's hear it, Player 1. No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's too late now.
Here's what we were looking for. Colombia.
Oh, that's right, Christopher
Player 1,
Columbus.
back to Montevideo is its largest city. It's Player 1. Yep. Player 1. This country's almost 4,000-mile coastline is the longest of any in South America on the Pacific Ocean. We're talking about Chile. Please pick again, Player 1. It's the South American country whose capital city lies the closest to 0 degrees latitude. Player 1? Right.
Let's finish that up.
We return to you, Player 1. Let's go over to Kelly.
This country's Bahia mangrove ecoregion extends from Reconcavo to Todos os Santos Bay.
Here's what we wanted. Brazil.
One category left.
Choose again, Player 1. Of young birther. Yes, Player 1. No, that's not right.
Oh.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. The Sorrows. You get to pick again. Of Duddy Kravitz. The correct response is The Apprenticeship. You again, Player 1. Of Nat Turner. We're talking about The Confessions. Player 1. Of Edwin Drood. Here's the response we were looking for. The Mystery.
And the last one for the round.
And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. Of Henry Adams. Okay, Player 1. Nope. Sorry.
So I finished Double Jeopardy with
Anyone else want to
18,000. I
hazard a
still have a
guess?
runaway lead, though.
Here's what we wanted. The Education.
18,000 for me, 1,600
Congratulations to all
for
of you.
Katie,
You'll be
only
continuing on
200 for Holly, so it's a runaway game.
Here comes the final Jeopardy, players. The category is this. Broadway.
Okay.
Please enter your wager. Each direction
Well,
on
there's
plus
12,000.
represents a different response.
Okay.
Press a direction to select an answer. And the last clue? The original 1994 Broadway cast of this musical, based on a film, featured Alan Oppenheimer as Cecil B. DeMille.
I'll say, what is the producers?
What did you say?
Sunset Boulevard.
And this correct response will add how
Oh!
much to your score?
And she was all 200, so she goes up to 400.
Did you come up with the correct response?
Sunset Boulevard for her.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
And she went 200, so she goes up to 1,800.
What did you put as your response?
The producers, no.
Sorry,
that's
that
wrong.
incorrect response will drop your score by...
So I lose 12,000, which drops me down to 6,000. But I'm the winner.
Congratulations, player one. You are our new champion.
So I'm the overall winner, but not too happy with my score, though. But it is what it is. I'll see you for the next segment.